Welcome everyone, Kelly here from Carcraft Autotech, and today I'm going to take you through doing some driveline fluid services on my Toyota Tacoma, and we'll throw in an oil change in there just for good measure. Stay tuned. So let's take a quick look at the supplies that I'm using today. So for the oil change service, here I'm just using the Napa Performer synthetic oil. We've used this at the shop quite a bit. It seems to be working pretty good just for our general vehicles. Of course, you can step up to something a little bit fancier if you'd like, but I tend to change mine quite early anyways. And I am using these Napa Gold filters. They seem to be doing me really well. So that's what we're going to use for this oil change. As for the driveline, our front and rear differentials are going to take 75/85. We have basically 5 liters. That'll be enough to do the front and the rear differential. And we have some 75/90, and we're going to put that into the transfer case. So let's get the vehicle lifted up and let's get going. Well, here we are at the rear differential. So this is really straightforward. So, you know, for you experienced guys, this is basics, but you know, we're going to explain this to anyone who might be trying to learn. So if you're new to this, you know, this is a really simple thing that you can do. You know, you don't need to go to a mechanic or a quick lube. Hey, you know what? I'm a shop operator, and you know, some people just like to have it done in a shop, and that's cool too. And if you want to do it at home, that's also super cool too. So basically you're going, this is your fill plug and this is your drain plug. You're going to need a 24 mil socket. A 15/16 will work as well. Unfortunately, a wrench just isn't going to cut it here. For this drain, it's got this protective area here so you don't you know, smash off the plug, you know, when you're out wheeling and whatnot. So like always, we're always going to remove the fill plug first before we remove the drain plug. That way we're not getting into any troubles where we happen to drain it and then the fill plug doesn't come out and then we're stuck with no fluid. So basically get yourself a nice socket, and we're going to go ahead, crack this guy and crack these guys. Replace the washers if you'd like. You know, you can reuse them once or twice. It's really not the end of the world. I mean, if it leaks, you got to change it, but it more than likely probably won't. Good habit to change it. Let's get this drained and basically filled back up. It's really as basic as that. All right, so we got that draining. Let's take a quick look. The drain plug obviously has a magnet on it, and we can see what kind of debris that I got on this one. There's definitely a little bit of metal there. So yeah, there's the junk that we got on there. So there's even a small piece of metal in mine. So interesting. Here's basically the online specifications, so I have those added in there. If you need them, just have a look through. I referenced it a few times in the video. Anyways, these are the ones here, so let's get back to the video. Now, depending on what type of fluid you buy, I mean, there's all kinds of different bottles. So obviously, like a regular bottle like this, you'd probably have a little bit of a hard time trying to pour it into the differential. You know, you can use a little bit of a funnel or something like that, obviously, because the differential is quite easily accessible. If not, you can buy little fluid pumps that you can put onto some different types of liter bottles. We got cool bottles like this one here. It has an extendable spout that comes up. This would work great for getting in the differential, the transfer case. Obviously here at the shop I have an actual fluid pump, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that up and we'll get the fluids ready and we'll get it going into the differential. Let's get it done. Super simple. Well, if you've never seen one of these before, this is a Mighty Vac. I guess it's MV6400. It's basically just, you know, a fluid pump, filler full of fluid, pump, you know, whatever you're using, you know, transmission fluid, differentials, you know, or anything else that you want to pump. Basically, it has different attachment guys like this on here, and yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We're just gonna hook this guy in there and set the pump down on the ground, and basically just going to go ahead and, you know, pump the fluid up into there. There is enough room here, like I was saying, in the differential. You could essentially just pour it straight in there. That would work as well. I have seen some guys, you know, put a bit of fluid in here to sort of like flush it out. Really, I don't think that's going to do anything. I think it's just kind of a waste of fluid. You know, if you happen to have an extra quart, you know, quarter bottle or half a bottle, sure, you can go ahead and do that, but in reality it's not really going to do anything. Just fill it up with fresh fluid. I mean, if you're worried about it, just change it out early anyways. I mean, nothing wrong with changing your fluids you know, prematurely, in my opinion. You know, the more the better, really. I mean, you don't want to go crazy, but yeah, just flush them out whenever you think it's ready. So go ahead, let's get that drain plug back in there and let's start filling it up. If you'd like, you could torque this down. I'll put the torque reading in there. For me, you know, I got enough experience, I kind of know what tight is tight, and I just basically gonna snug that down. It doesn't need to be crazy, just, you know, so it's not gonna fall out or leak or anything like that. So yeah, I'll link it in, it'll show all the specs for torques and fluid levels. So I'll put that in the video here as well. So it looks like 3 quarts is basically bang on. So it just started to dribble out, and you know, if you look in there with a light, yeah, you can see that the level is basically perfectly right there. So yeah, it works out really great. And that's all it takes. I mean, it's really straightforward, really simple job. I mean, something you can definitely do at home. Obviously a little bit trickier, you gotta lay on the ground, that kind of thing, but I mean, you know, no hoist needed, no special tools needed, just regular drain pan, you know, socket, some fluid, a few minutes. You know, really wouldn't take you very long. So we're gonna jump over. Let's go ahead and check out the front diff, and we're also gonna do that transfer case and oil change, so hang tight. Okay, so we're here with the front differential. This is the driver's side axle, just for orientation. Basically gonna be the same thing as the rear, just slightly different, obviously different shape, different location. One thing to note, obviously here is your drain plug, right here is your fill plug. You're going to need a 10 mil socket, hex Allen socket. For obviously the guys that are hitting a lot of mud off-road, make sure you clean this out. Clean this out really good. You know, you don't want it to basically shorten the hole so the socket is not engaged correctly. So you can use a little screwdriver, clean that hole out really good, and you know, get the socket in there. You know, tap it in if you need to a little bit, make sure it's in there. Like I mentioned on the rear differential, let's go ahead, loosen the fill plug first, and then of course the drain plug. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's just get that done. Oh shit. I'm sure you guys just saw what happened. My guys that work for me would absolutely are gonna love this. I hope they're gonna see this on video and they're gonna laugh at me so much. I give those guys such a hard time all the time about getting crap all over the floor, making a mess. It is what it is. You know, we're mechanics. Let me just adjust this a little bit. You know, as mechanics, it can be a messy job. You know, we get stuff all over the floor. Sometimes I'm a pretty clean guy. Some of my guys maybe are not. You might know someone like that, but yeah, my guys are gonna love this. Wait till they see this video. Anyways, yeah, here, let's have a quick look. So clearly I missed the pan there a little bit. Wasn't paying attention. I was thinking more about the camera than what I was doing. Rookie mistake. So anyways, here, have a quick shot of this. Oh yeah. Okay, so I got my disaster cleaned up there. Obviously, I got my pump full. Gonna put my pump obviously into the fill hole again, and let's just quickly get the drain plug installed, and then we can go ahead and start filling it up. It'll be exactly like the rear. Put in the plug, fill it up till it starts coming out, and we know we're full. Put in the fill plug, and that's it. We're done. So we're at the transfer case. This literally is about as easy as it gets. Let's just go ahead. We got fill plug here, crack that one, and drain plug here. Same thing, basically same as our front and rear differentials. Get both of the plugs cracked and get it draining. Definitely don't spill it all over the floor. That is a super good tip. Transfer case is looking pretty clean still. Differentials definitely were due, but we're here, so let's just get them all finished up. So just like we did with the front and rear differentials, you want to clean and check your drain and fill plugs, make sure they're in good shape, change the gaskets if you'd like, clean them up, get them ready for installation again. The fluid literally is basically almost done draining. This is basically, honestly, like no more than at the maximum of 5-minute process. Okay, now fluid's drained out. It was reasonably clean anyways. So let's just go ahead, get this drain plug back in. Make sure it's snug. Don't over tighten this. This is aluminum. You can use the torque spec if you wish. Got this handy bottles here with the fill plug, or sorry, handy bottles here with the fill neck on it. So I'm not even going to bother with my pump. There's plenty enough room here, and we're just going to squeeze the fluid in here and get it full to the top. Same thing. I'll link the spec into there, and you can look through and it'll show basically the fill specification. All right, so squirted the fluid in. Obviously, it's dripping out. We know it's full. Tighten the plugs, clean it off. It's such a simple job. Something that you can easily do at the same time as you do your differentials. You know, no real need to have someone do this for you. I mean, it's very simple to do. So let's wrap all that up. Let's head on to the oil change. Well, now we're on to the oil change. I've definitely seen people put, you know, oil change videos. You know, I'd love to make a 10, 15-minute oil change video that's exciting and, you know, gets views or whatever. But, you know, it's just not the case. I mean, an oil change, especially on Tacoma, so basic. Literally just undo the drain plug, check, make sure the washer's good, drain out the oil, change the washer if you need to, throw it back in there, pull the filter off. Obviously these are a little bit of pain in the butt because they, you know, the oil sort of catches in that catch area. Make a little container for that. I'm just going to quickly show you how I do this. Really, you know, very simple. Do it at the same time. All right, so down here at the oil pan, let's go ahead. We got a 14 mil here, kind of snug. Let's get that loosened, and we're going to drain this, and more than likely we will change the gasket. Mine is stuck here to the oil pan. I guess we can get that after, no big deal. Let's just pull this drain plug, get this oil going. There we go. I always change my oil early, so really not even all that dirty. I mean, it is, you know, black, of course it is dirty, but I mean in the sense of, like, you know, typically very bad. Still kind of a bit of a brown color in there. It's kind of nice. So yeah, take care of your engine, oil change, most important thing you can do. Well, it's about as simple as it gets. So pull the plug, let it drain out, change the gasket, wipe it up, make sure it's nice and clean, snug, tight, you know, no leaks. And let's lower the vehicle down and let's start putting in some oil. Of course, we're going to change the filter. We'll get to that next. Okay, so we're up to the filter here. So, I mean, if you've never seen this, I'm going to quickly explain this part to you. This is the only thing that can be a little bit of a nuisance. You know, you can make a little bit of a mess. Obviously, we have the oil filter here. So generally what happens is the oil doesn't really drain back and it pools up in this well right here. And then what happens is we have a little drain plug right down there. So here is the drain plug cap, essentially. So I loosen that off so it's ready to go. That way when it's full of oil, we're not fighting with it. Then what I'll do is I'll have my filter ready to go, and then I'll have a little container. I can go down there and catch the oil when I'm ready. And then also, of course, I'll have my drain pan ready to go so I can put my oil filter there. Have a handy blue shop towel so you're not dripping all over your stuff. I'm going to try and minimize the mess that we're making while we're doing this. Fortunately, my truck's sort of lifted and my tripod's not quite high enough, so I'll just quickly set this up, and basically that's a quick explanation of what I'm going to do. So yeah, let's just get this oil filter swapped out, pour some oil on this thing, boom, oil change is done. Really simple, something you can do also if you would like. Okay, so we got that filter installed, we got that mess cleaned up, really didn't drip anything, super simple process. You know, pull the cap, put a funnel in it, and put some oil in it. I'm using, like I said, I'm using the Napa Series synthetic oil 530. I've had good luck with it. I changed my oil early. Yeah, should be perfectly fine. So yeah, let's get this filled up. I don't remember the spec exactly. I'll try and link it in here as well. I usually just start off with 5 liters and check it, and I think it's right in and around there. So filter's changed, oil's in, I put in 5 liters. I know that's really close to the right amount. So at this point you can do one of two things. One, I mean, you can run it for 1 minute shut it off, quickly check the oil, or you can go ahead, you know, you can run it, get it up to operating temperature, make sure the oil's warm, then recheck it. Obviously, we're going to want to check for leaks. A lot of people just overlook that. They think they just think automatically assume that it's good. Should always recheck. I mean, with conventional filters, really not a big deal. But I've seen obviously other vehicles with with cartridge style filters. Quite commonly, something wrong, wrong with the gasket, definitely leaking. So you know, a tip there, you want to double check. So if you actually read most owner's manual, they want you to warm up the vehicle and let it sit for 10, 15, even 20 minutes. Sometimes the owner's manual is going to say flat level ground, double check. So I mean, you don't have to go that far. Make sure it is warmed up a little bit, double check, make sure it's not leaking, and then double check your, make sure you are on level ground, and then double check your fluid, make sure the level is good, and yeah, super simple. So no need for a big lengthy oil change video. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Thanks so much for watching. If you found any of this interesting or useful, helpful in any way, please consider subscribing to the channel. Helps me make new videos, keeps me stoked to make new content. Thanks so much for hanging out. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.